Hi everyone,
Yep.
we're the Casual Ones and welcome to our weekly Dungeons
just
and Dragons
realized we're
live
live
stream,
right now.
the Punch Drunk Champions. If this is your first time watching our stream, then welcome. We stream Dungeons and Dragons every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with our videos going live on YouTube on Fridays. Sometimes we play other games and other systems too. Yesterday, you may have caught episode 3 of Barf, which I don't want to explain because if you just say that, that's the hook. Let's go watch Barf. What is it?
Yeah, you figure it out.
I'm gonna give you so many eyebrows. Anyway, if you enjoy games, feel free to throw us some likes, comments, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps us a lot. We'd really appreciate it. And if you want to come chat with us, feel free to join our Discord server. Peaches will put the link in the chat as he always does because he is the one that's most ready. I do want to say just a real quick announcement. Next week, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron, next week's the last episode.
Yeah.
Season finale. Series finale.
Yeah.
We don't know. Of Barf. So if you haven't watched it, go on our YouTube, catch up. We have a new episode going live tomorrow, and then on Tuesday, you can catch the. Wow, I guess Ray doesn't like the series, which is kind of rude, but whatever.
He's that disappointed that it's
He's in it.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, I have to go record that. Like that already happened, right?
Fix it in post.
But yeah, we'll fix it in post. That's fine. But yeah, so go check that out. And with that being said, why don't we go ahead and see where we last left our fun group of people. Thanks. Ray's crushing it, and I love it.
Yeah. Top notch.
So, our Punch Drunk Champions. Well, it feels like many moons ago, having agreed to go explore.
He's fine for 30 minutes before the started. As soon as it starts, everything falls apart.
I put the virtual background on, and it's like, nah, bro, you're cool. You don't need it.
Your mic is so delayed, too.
Oh my god. All right, I'll be back.
Yeah. Well, see you, buddy.
You couldn't have had better
it's
timing.
fun.
For those who don't know, Ray recently injured himself. He dislocated his shoulder, and somehow that's just changed into everything else going wrong too. But that's okay. So where we last left off, you guys were all basically had signed a contract to go explore the island of Evanmorn and find out what's going on with some of the odd creatures that seem to be showing up and potentially have been heading in that direction, and to basically do some intel gathering. You made your way through the Triworth Peaks to arrive at a ship. Stop laughing. So that you could sail to Evanmorn. Along the way, you thrice encountered a red dragon that you did slay, though he may have been a little on the younger side. So that's kind of like murdering a child, and that's kind of fucked up. But at the end of the
They
day,
started it. They did start it.
He did.
Worth it?
Yeah, Gervain was a bitch. It's fine. But eventually, having saved a town and potentially bought your way into backing a mayor, which is kind of makes you, I think, a corporation in modern times, but that's okay. You all finally made your way to the Astute, which is helmed by Captain Patches, an eccentric little gnome that has nothing but love for grub and doesn't understand why it's not being reciprocated. And you
Did
all
we invent lobbying?
I think so. Actually,
Zelmith did. We walked away. He was like,
I think Zelman's dad invented lobbying.
be mayor.
Yeah. Where do you think I learned it from?
Yeah.
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Perfect.
What's a group without
I am
daddy
in town
issues?
now, by the way.
Yeah, you did make your way onto the ship and had talked to some of the crewmates in regards to what to expect upon arrival, and heard stories of some potential undead roaming the lands and some oddness about Evanmorn itself. And that's where we kind of pick up. It's about evening right now as you're sailing forward. The wind is fairly favorable, and all things considered, it is pretty quiet. You did recently all just receive small bowls of stew that have been made below deck. Seems to be some kind of a beef stew. with a lot of root vegetables and a good amount of herbs and seasoning. So
11 herbs?
not 11, like 3. You don't need much for stew, bud.
How many?
It's
spices?
also beef, not chicken.
Yeah,
That's
it's not KFC
That's-
stew.
yeah. We'll be the first ones to make KFB.
Yeah. We invented lobbying and
Is
the
that what-
KFC.
Is that what this
chicken
campaign is? Like
This
before it was
campaign-
stale, and this one is KFB.
Nope. No, it's
It-
not.
It's our grand
Yeah.
quest
Yeah.
to invent it. It's just a word now. All we know is those letters, but we'll
spices.
we'll figure it out.
Once you
Yeah,
crack air frying, holy
Hey.
shit!
Oh,
I mean, if we apply flame in the right circumstances.
in a small metal
Wait.
box.
Hold on. We need to call Timon. Okay, we got him working on the wrong
We
thing.
also have someone
Yeah.
who can make it.
Yes.
He invents the convection oven.
Yeah.
No, we
But
invented
smaller.
the convection oven. We just got him to build it.
You
Yeah.
just made the prototype.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
We're just like Elon Musk. We just put our names on Tesla and did nothing with the company whatsoever.
You
Because
put
we
a
got
car
that
in space,
Zelmuth
man.
money.
Sure, he did put a car in space.
He did.
How many cars have you put in space, Aaron?
He's got me beat. That's for sure.
I mean, but it's only by one.
It's true.
You're not that far
It's
behind.
close.
Pretty close. Close second. Oh god. Yeah. So KFB
Wanna share?
anyway.
As you're all sort of sitting and eating and talking about things that are actually relevant to the day and age that you're in instead of whatever this is, and the fuzz in your brain starts to fade away, you do see Captain Patches does walk over, and as he does, he kind of looks you up and down. He says, how's the stew? Is it good? You guys, everyone's happy? We're happy? We're good?
What's in
Quite
this?
delicious.
I don't know. I didn't make it. I'm just asking. Here's the thing, though. I need to let you know that we're going to be setting down anchor because we can't sail through the Veil until tomorrow. Going through it at night, not a good idea. So we're just going to be kind of resting for the night. So, feel free to grab any of the bunks, sleep, and yeah.
I pull out the violin. You guys hear a familiar tune as I start the cast.
Evening,
That's
dinner and a
fine.
show. This is nice. Okay. Woo. All right. Anyway, we're going to... Yep, see ya. He just kinda
Okay.
turns and
I
starts
start
walking
giving
away.
the stew a sniff. Is
Snoop.
something weird about it?
Make a perception
give a
check for
sniff.
me.
With advantage, right? Because you got the special nose.
I don't know
I
if
do
that's
have a
only in
special
bat form,
nose.
though. Are you batting out for this?
I think it. I mean, I don't know actually.
Do I have it? Is the thing we
Ooh.
that's what we lost track about. If we actually rested or not.
We did rest, but it was a short rest.
Okay,
But
I
I-
do get it every short rest, so it seems like a perfect time to use this. Is it perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, just bat out, and then
Jeez.
I didn't even need it. 21 on the first roll. 21.
You smell it, and given the type of food that you normally eat, there's a lot of odd smells in here that you're probably not all that used to. Even when you've been traveling with these folks, you haven't been getting too up close and personal with your food, even at the fancy places. I mean, some of it smells familiar from the fancier places,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay.
There's-
Seems fine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
I'm sure
some
it's
of the
just
stuff
fine.
you've given us to try. I'm sure this is good.
That is a good point.
Well, you never know. It could be poisoned or something. So, but we'll probably be fine. Are we gonna keep watches because we don't really know any of these people and we're in their like house now?
I was mostly thinking about just keeping watches so that if a giant monster comes out of the water, we could know about it and not get eaten by the giant monster that comes out of the water.
Does the tent have windows?
No, but one of us could sit outside of it while the others sleep inside of it.
Okay, I could take first watch because I don't want to waste this.
Okay.
Just giggling into my stew.
And that
Take
self
second.
Oh snap! Is this weather happening,
Yeah.
or am I disconnecting? Okay.
It's that buzz in
weather.
your brain we were
It's
talking about.
it's ambiance that I thought I'd turned on earlier, but I did not. So thanks for calling attention to it, though.
I thought I was getting static, so
That's like how
Instead,
you
you're
know
just
you're
moving.
old, because like that doesn't actually really happen anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's never just static now.
No.
no.
That's oh.
You don't just see TV static every once in a while. Brain itches.
I think something's broken in your brain. That's what
It's the
that is.
gremlins. They finally infected
Occasionally
him.
when I fall, you know what happens.
Yeah.
I can take second watch.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll get up early then in that case and take third.
All right. Well, if I leave as padded, we'll go away. So I should probably stay in here. I'll fall asleep immediately.
Nice and comfy.
Hmm.
Yes. The less comfortable I am, the more chance that it goes away.
Perfect.
You're making such a great sacrifice, Eleth.
You know, I do it for you guys. Good night.
Yep. Yes, you do.
We're in the bottom of the
Yeah, I don't know.
the boat. Right?
Yeah, where did Zell make this? Because you
I
pulled out the
I just
violin
moved-
on deck.
Yeah, I
So-
just made it on deck.
Doesn't it get wet? We need some.
It's in a different dimension, technically, so no.
Yeah, no, the inside is, but the outside gets wet,
Yeah.
right? I would
I
assume.
mean, the waves aren't
So
like
when you
crashing up
open-
over the ship or anything, so it's not raining.
Oh, I thought it was raining. I thought that's what I was hearing was the
Yeah,
rain.
I thought so too.
Okay.
Just the sound
Okay,
of
that makes more
waves.
sense. Okay. I'm just gonna. I know I went downstairs with Baylor to copy the map. I'm just gonna look over it while we're kind of eating our soup, and just kind of put it on the table. We should probably study it before we get to the island and how we want to tackle it.
That's a good point. Well, what is our primary task? Is just simply to observe and see what's there, correct?
Yes, there's something weird going on with the island, and we have to figure out what's. Yes, Grub, we're gonna kill stuff. It's just inevitable. But we are also here to check out what's so weird about the island besides the monsters. You don't have to worry about that so much, Grub. You just focus
Yeah.
on the killing, and I will, and some of the other team will do the other part.
We'll
You-
play to our strengths.
Well, you know that our strengths up until recently was not killing monsters because it took 3 tries to kill a dragon.
That
Yeah,
was a
well-
very big monster, though.
It was, yeah.
It was. You're
We're-
right.
We're learning.
Yes.
So
Yes. You are the best at killing monsters. And that's why you're on killing monsters.
I guess I'm your sidekick now, Grub.
well, that's what you get for taking a vacation. You know, you get past a little.
It was a week, man.
You should have been there. I became a champ in my own right.
While wearing my clothing.
Yeah, he also became you. So
Well, we
in
don't.
that
We're not
case-
talking about that right now. We're talking about how he left.
How you had to
and I'm a
copy
champ.
me in order to obtain my level of skill?
Well, time for me to do my watch. I'll be on deck.
All
See
right.
you later.
Shoot. Go now.
Just scamper away.
As he's walking away, just remember how many people slayed a dragon in here.
Dude.
Nope, put your hand down. I killed the dragon.
You only last hit it.
Damn right. Thanks, Jordy, and you taught me everything I know.
Oh man, it's gonna haunt you forever.
Not
Inside
kill
gamer
stealing, it's
joke.
kill secure.
Pitch, just a super quick question. How
Yeah.
far are we from this? When Captain Patches talks about a veil, does it look like a wall of fog, or what does it kind of look like to us when he talks about this veil?
So he talked about a veil. You don't see anything out on the water. If you like, in fairness, you can make a perception check.
Sure. 22.
22. With a 22, it's really hard to make out, but you can see some ways in the distance. What can only really be described as like a shimmer in front, like in the path that you're going on towards the island. And you try to like track it from side to side. And you do notice eventually it does seem to curve towards the island in some capacity. It's just like a very slight shimmer. But you're probably like several hundred feet away from it at this point.
Okay. And you said we're about a day away from the island?
At this point, it's probably going to be closer to like half a day or so with the amount that you've already sailed. Because you guys got there around like midday, so.
Okay. Yeah, after studying the map, it looks like we land somewhere around there. It's kind of boring. Yeah, it there's not much. I mean, obviously we're going to find obstacles, but there's no clear path on which way we should take. It would probably make sense once we land.
Do we have any idea of the terrain
Yeah.
I mean,
that we're
guys,
going to be?
go ahead, DM.
All right. So with the map that you saw, it's not entirely complete. You can see that at the shore, what you would assume to be the shoreline. So as you can kind of see in the picture at the bottom here, the front of the island seems to be flatter, whereas in the back it seems to rise into these like black rock spires. At the forefront, so at the southernmost tip of the island, which is where you assume you're probably going to be making landfall, south or southeast, there do seem to be, they do have it marked as like there being ruins of buildings, perhaps like a town or village that had been there at some point. There are, to the west is where it's very blank. And to the east, before it rises up into the spires itself, there does seem to be some kind of forest of like petrified tree.
Okay. I'm assuming that this part hasn't been documented, at least not very well, so we don't know what's there. We should probably make that part last, just in case.
We are there to scout. That's part of why we're going there, so that we can know more about it, like the terrain and the monsters, and its connection to, the stuff that has been rising out of the ground. So not knowing a lot isn't that weird, because the whole reason we're going is because nobody knows a lot about it, and we're supposed to find out more.
Yeah.
Do we want to scout the perimeter before going inland?
Yeah, I mean, can Lucy... You can do a thing with Lucy, can't you?
Yeah, I can get her to fly over once we get closer to the island before we land.
All right.
See what's around.
It's a good start. Just check to make sure that we won't die the second we step on the island.
We know that Rob is going to, want to go find the biggest, nastiest thing and fight that first. But what do you think? Do we head west and check out this blank spot, or do we go to the more known spots first and circle around, I guess, once we're already tired?
That's difficult to say. I mean, the information is blank for a reason. Maybe the most dangerous stuff is around that area. Nobody has been able to come back from there. It's the only logical
I
explanation.
think maybe we just go to the center, because it'll be good for Grub, because likely the biggest, baddest thing is there. And you'll want to kill the biggest thing and then work your way down, I assume, Grub. Grub's not here because he's outside. But let's be honest, we all know the Grub's going to be doing it in that order. If not, he'll just kill the first thing he sees that is trying to kill us.
There is another option for dealing with Grub. We just don't tell him how dangerous the West is and go elsewhere.
I was just thinking maybe we do that, see what all the hubbub is about, because that's really what we're here for. And then if we have time or we're not in a rush or being killed immediately, we check out the other places.
I have to agree with that, actually. I think that if we're here to, reconnoiter the whole place and try and find out what we don't know, let's go to what we don't know first.
I really want to check out the whole island, Charlie, but we are here for a reason, and technically everything on this island is going to want to kill us. We have to assume that. So if we lollygag, it's just more chances to die.
Okay, but you guys have to keep Grub on a leash so he doesn't run off and fight some sort of dinosaur.
Why is my
what?
chest so tight?
Silas, you have a much better relationship with Grub.
Yeah, I'll put him in my rucksack. He's
I
so
wish it was
small.
that easy.
Well, if I put him in the top and then cinch it closed. No, he's just gonna bat out in there. Never mind.
That's why I'm saying we just tell him the biggest, baddest monster is where we want to go, and then he'll just go to the place we want to go. And it might not even be a lie, because no one's ever survived enough to map it out.
That's true.
Okay.
Listen, Grub is definitely an asset, but he is a knife that we have to gently point in the right direction. And sometimes that means doing things we may not want to do. But we love him. And yes, we want him to change, but he won't, and we will accept that.
Love is a strong word.
What if he finds out that we're lying to him? Because that's basically what we're doing. I'm just saying I don't want to end
Tell
up
me where
like
the
a
lie
certain
is.
gnomish.
Tell me where
I'm
the
just
lie
saying,
is, Silas.
Zell, I don't want to end up like a certain gnomish shopkeeper.
Question.
Okay.
1.
Hmm?
Where do you think the biggest, baddest thing is in here?
Wherever it wants to be.
But probably in the place where people can't write
It's
shit down
true.
because they
Just-
never make it out alive.
If it turns out not to be the case, I'm just saying, dealing with an disappointed Grub,
I'm just
it's
saying,
not gonna be a lot of
I
fun.
want to go here first, and if the thing we're looking for is in here, then
Yes,
we'll
yeah,
check the
no,
other parts of the island.
I agree. I'm just saying, Grub in the past has not been done well if we are dishonest.
Even
but-
if the thing we're looking for is there, I'll just send a message to the king being like, hey, this is what's up, because I can send messages across planes if I wanted to. This is cakewalk. Be like, hey, this is bad. You should probably get this figured out. And then we'll let Grub, remove everything off the island, and then we'll go.
That's fair. Okay. All right. I'm on board.
All right. That's the best plan I've got. Because the other plan is to let Grub do whatever he wants, and that is not a good plan. We've tried that a few times.
He needs to be reined in, or else he's going to go crazy.
Yes, well, I've tried to rein him in, and
With
the only thing
Lee.
that seems to work is to point him in a direction we want him to go.
Yeah.
Just wind them up.
Yeah.
Now the problem is that I'm assuming the island is not has monsters, but could you imagine if it didn't? He'd think we lied and he'll
Lux,
burn this.
That's not even
Lux,
a funny joke.
shh,
That's not
I
a funny
know,
joke. That would
he
actually
can't hear
kill
us,
him.
but shut up, he might hear us.
That will actually kill him for sure.
Oh my god.
Well,
I poke my head out. How you doing, Grub? All right. It's fine.
Do I see anything?
can you even look? Can you
Yeah.
even look past? You just have to
Make a perception check for me.
I'm like planking with my forearms on the edge of the boat. Perception. Do I? Are my eyes special out here in the water?
I think you have dark vision.
I do have
Yeah.
dark vision, but not necessarily advantage here, huh?
No, it's just for
No.
smells.
Yeah, it's just for
and
smells,
smells.
and it's whether you're in your form or not. So I gave you the
Well,
wrong info
for
earlier.
the hour.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like for your perception check with your smell, it doesn't say that you have to be in your form for it. Just so you know for future use.
Oh, I also just assumed that. My nose is just always?
Your nose is just
Yeah.
good, baby. You got the blood of the bat in you, and bats
Always
are
active.
well known for their sense of smell.
You're
Everybody knows it.
cousin of a certain toucan.
He screams and then he gets a scent back.
Echo's smell location. Perfect.
Uh,
But yeah, it was a really bad roll.
location.
4.
Yeah, you dark water.
Yeah. Everything looks like something. So
I mean, I feel like we need to put that on the shirt, but yeah. Keep the good work out here.
Everything looks
remember
like-
when we had that circle of silence and we were just looking at the clouds?
Yes.
It's kind of like that down there.
Yes.
I'm imagining
Except-
a lot of really good things. Everything down there looks jagged and sharp and scary. If you look long enough, it looks like tentacles and wings, and it's a lot.
I mean, keep an eye out because some things down there do have tentacles.
Yep, that's the hope.
Maybe if you're lucky, a monster will come to us.
Well, yeah, but okay.
You don't want a monster to come?
There's just something about dying on the bottom of a lake because we can kill a monster, but this just slap the edge of the boat. Like I could take this thing down. So I don't know. Feels real fragile on here.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I have no doubts you could take this boat down. Don't do that, by the way. Please don't do that.
No, I've never been on the water before like this, so it's fine. It's cool.
Do you want me to take first watch? Are you okay?
No, it's good. I just like if anything takes this boat down, pretty sure you guys are dead.
I learned how to swim in high school, so I should be fine.
I can't see land anywhere.
I can disguise myself, so I'll be fine.
No, just because of swimming makes you tired, or makes me tired.
Yes, but if I hold on to a piece of, floating wood, it'll be easier to swim.
Okay.
How about we not? Let's just plan for that to happen, and then we'll figure it out. But assume that everything will be fine until then.
Okay. Yeah, sounds fine. Just if you suddenly damp, in the tent, just do whatever you can to not die.
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Definitely going to try and survive.
Okay.
All right, you're doing a great job.
Thanks. Just
All
lean
right.
back
You
over the
have a
edge.
You had a flap open a little bit so we could hear this conversation, I'm
Probably.
assuming.
Sure, that's up to the DM. I don't care.
Yeah. Unless you're trying to hide it, yeah. If they're trying to listen for it, I wouldn't even need a check for it.
All right.
Was
Well,
it just me or did Grump sound a little
Depressed.
nervous out there?
he doesn't like the water. He's never been on it, and he doesn't know. Guess Silas fell asleep.
He's
Well, he is
getting old.
taking a third watch as well.
Yes. He hasn't done this for a week, so he's a little tuck it out.
Oh, we might as well call it a night as well. 'Cause the watches are going to be coming up soon.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna poke my head out. Grump, wake me up when you're ready.
Oh, there, you'll feel the water. Don't worry. No, I'll get you.
Don't worry.
Are you saying we're gonna drown? Is that what you're
I'm
alluding
just
to?
saying there's a chance. I'm just saying keep on your toes about it.
Well, I'm going to sleep, so I'll keep on my back on that. But
That's
Yeah.
fine. Just mouth up.
okay, thanks, Rob. I appreciate that.
Okay.
If we do survive, just wake me up when you're ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back in and just look at the rest. I'm like,
All right. So you all head to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do a first watch.
You guys roll a new perception check, obviously.
He gets
I
to,
was-
yeah.
Yeah. I've lost my form, I assume by now, but doesn't really help me out here anyway. So
you're distracted by the water anyway. It doesn't matter.
yeah, I just keep staring straight down, like imagining
could
all
just
these
fight
terrible, vicious
anything.
things. Yeah. Just, oh man.
Grub's like in his early
that.
teens. He's in his emo phase. It's
Just
so dark, edgy.
Dark thoughts in the dark water.
I'm sorry, I can't be perfect.
So
Someone
terrible.
just
Just a
gently singing that
kid.
in his sleep.
Those leg kicks.
Tent's
We-
just open enough for Grub.
We wake up and Grub's slick back hair is like drooping over the side of his face.
Oh shit!
Oh,
My next ring
God.
form is gonna be an emo.
Oh god. What'd you roll for your perception?
Let's do it now.
Alright.
15.
15. Yeah, you keep an eye out and you don't notice anything.
Can I
Weird with the
even?
water.
I know it's kind of dark. Do I even see land?
Yeah, so yeah. And so I'm assuming when you said you don't see land, it's because you were looking like one
Straight
direction.
down.
Yeah,
and
if
also
you look,
two sides of the boat. So
and that's the whole problem. For anybody who like puts their head out a bit and then looks left, yeah, you can see like where you came from. But when I look to the right, you can see in the distance Evanmorn. Although at night, I will give you this: it's hard to pick out. It's a black island against a black sky. It's tough.
yeah. But yeah, nothing out of the ordinary then.
Yep. Yeah. No, you're good.
I'm gonna go inside towards the tent. I'm gonna take a bottle of one of the alcohol in the tray that we have inside.
As long
And
as there's
just-
a tray of alcohol.
Yeah, just our tent juice, and then I'm gonna pour a little bit on Lux's feet, like a shot's worth.
Okay. Yeah, Lux, you feel wetness hitting your feet.
I'm gonna just look at Grub and go, was there a point to that, Grub?
Just thought maybe you'd dream about drowning for a minute.
Oh, well, I'm not afraid of water.
No, not.
Oh.
I mean, no one's afraid of it until they're suddenly thrashing about in it in the night. So, just keeping you on your toes. Got to keep the senses sharp.
Well, you did put something on my toes, all right.
Yeah.
Just got
it's
some
your
sleep,
it's
Grub.
your turn to watch. By the way, that's what this whole thing is.
You guys are talking so loud.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Sorry.
Anyway, get some sleep, Grub.
Okay.
I'm gonna like grab a towel and good old Prezi my toes to get them dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
and Not
I-
sticky.
I kick at Zelmith, who's humming in his sleep. Shut up.
Welcome to my life.
What's it's his next song.
That's all right.
I know every Simple Plan song, guys. I could
Oh,
I could do
no.
this all day.
You
Please,
can't.
please don't.
You don't know that. What if they made new stuff?
Oh, they do. I
Are
don't
you
know
still-
it, but I know that they make
Okay.
this stuff.
Are you saying you know it?
I'm addicted to you. Anyway.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Grub bails under the pillows at the idea of Simple Plan being in a fantasy universe. You were 30 when you sang You're Just a Kid.
Now you are.
Is there anybody else awake on the boat?
Yeah, you do notice that there are a couple people kind of. There's one posted near the bow of the ship, and yeah, that's all you would see from where you are.
Okay. I'm gonna just do the rounds around the boat. I'm gonna see who it is.
Okay.
I actually forgot to write down the rest of the people's names. My fault. But is it Baylor or the
It
captain?
is. No, it's Baylor right now.
Baylor. Okay. I'm gonna go up to Baylor. Are
Oh.
you normally the one that watches the boat at night?
Not all the time. Doing it tonight. Just my turn for it, but we usually try to have either myself or the captain around if we can. When we're out at sea, the closer we get to the island, the more wary we try to be about things. That's all. So, with where we're at, it's not going to be a problem. Tomorrow's going to be interesting, but Yeah, from here we should be fine.
Yeah. Well, you seem calm, so not too nervous. At least getting to the island. What's
Yeah.
on the island
Yeah,
makes me
I mean,
nervous. But
yeah, the island itself is, you know, from what we've seen from a distance is, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't go there personally. It seems pretty spooky. Not really my thing. But the journey itself is real messed up. Passing through the veil to get there, that's just, it's weird, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's crazy. Can you see it?
yeah, it looks like I don't know, shimmering.
Yeah,
That's the best way I can.
it's like a. Have you heard any stories about the veil at all? Has anybody told you?
No, this is the first time hearing about this island
Okay, so
in this veil.
yeah, there's this weird. Captain can see it. He sees it clear as day. It's something to do with his with the eye he's got a patch over. It's something, I don't know. He's got a special eye that lets him see a bunch of different things that, you know, we normally can't see. But if you look close enough, you can see it's like a curtain. It's almost like it's like nearly an invisible curtain. You can just catch it sometimes. So I'm honestly impressed that you were able to see it. But yeah, it's as soon as you go to pass through it, it just starts breaking things apart. You know, this ship didn't always look like this. It was in much better condition, but the captain was the only one that was willing to pass through and kind of developed a system for being able to repair sort of on the fly, on the go. No one really knows what it is, or at least no one that's told me has been able to say exactly what it is, but as soon as you touch that curtain, whatever's in contact with it just starts breaking, tearing apart. It's real weird to see. When we go through this tomorrow, we have these outfits that we're gonna get everybody to wear. You don't want to have your skin exposed to it, because it'll literally just start to like strip the flesh off of you. Whatever's in contact with this thing, doesn't matter what the material is, as far as we've seen at least, it starts to break apart, break down, disintegrate in some cases. Yeah.
And it's only when you pass through the veil. It doesn't happen if you're on the island or past the veil.
Not that I've seen. Again, we don't go to the island. You're going to be taking like a rowboat for the lot of you to land ashore there. For us though, no. Once you're through, that's it. So that's actually one thing. The captain will probably ask you tomorrow, but if you can lend a hand rowing us through it, that'll usually speed things up. Means we have to do less repairs to the ship as we're going. Because we can't sail through it. If our sails get torn apart, then that's kind of that. So we lock those into multi-layered chests. We can do the same for your equipment if there's anything you're worried about getting fucked up. We'll do the same with that. But yeah, we got to row through, and more hands make for faster work. You won't slow us down. You can only improve things.
Yeah. Well, of course, we'll help out for sure. Why? Let me be blunt.
Sure.
Has the captain always been this,
Eccentric.
excited? Yeah, that's a good word to put it.
I mean, I've only sailed with them for a few years now. You know, he's honestly, he's shown me, lots of the world. Has he always been like this? Yeah, for the most part. I didn't meet him, when he was... I was gonna say when he was normal, but I honestly don't know if he was normal. He's always had that eye for as far as I've seen him. He's always been pretty willing to do like any job, whatever the job is. Doesn't matter too much how dangerous it is or anything like that. He'll just go for it. It's hard to say sometimes, honestly, if he's fearless or crazy. But I trust him. He hasn't led me wrong. He hasn't steered me wrong. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you always travel in this direction from mainland? Have you ever tried to go on the other side of the island? And I'm going to like pull out the map and just kind of point to that empty area.
There's nowhere really to land on the west side. It's really high, like sheer rock walls for the most part. That's why that hasn't been filled in. We can't really see it from a distance, and like I said before, anybody that's ever landed on the island, we haven't seen. One thing, I feel like we talked about this earlier today, but it's been a bit of a long day for me, so just in case I had mentioned it, you're gonna have to let us know how long you think you're gonna need to be there, and then for us to sail close to the island. We're not going to be staying close to the island. We're probably not going to leave the Vale unless something real dangerous comes after us, but we're not going to be close enough where we're going to draw attention from anything on that island either. So we just know how many days until you want to pick up. I mean, not that,
Yeah.
no offense, no one's ever made the pickup, so, you know, be careful. Yes.
Normally, I would say like there's a first for everything, but yeah.
Hey, you know what? There might be. I hope.
Honestly, if it's going to be somebody, it's going to be Grub probably. He'll probably be the first and only one of us that makes it out, but we'll try to follow his lead for the most part.
Okay. Well, I mean, he seems a little grumpy. That one didn't seem too happy to be on the ship, but you know, maybe not everybody likes to be on the open seas. You know, it's not a life for everybody, so I get it.
Yeah, but it's definitely a life for you. Yeah, you should see him when he fights monsters. It's a completely different person. Almost happy, actually, now that I think about it. But
You know, everyone's got to
Anyway.
find their calling. So
anyway, I'm gonna keep a lookout over there and probably get somebody else to take the last watch. But yeah, I'll talk to the crew.
just so you know, if you guys want to sleep, you can. Like we have people looking. If you don't want to stay up, you don't have to.
Yeah, well, I think it'll just make the rest of the crew feel a bit better knowing that one of us is awake.
Fair
Especially
enough. You
Grumpy
don't know
thinks
us.
yeah, that is true.
All right.
Anyway, have a good night, and I'll talk to the rest of the crew
Yeah, you as well.
about those days.
And so he like
I'm
kind of
gonna-
reaches into a bag of dried meats and just starts like chomping away.
There's something like really staring at the veil. I can't really see how thick it is, can I? It just looks like just shimmering.
Yeah, you're pretty certain. Like even now, like knowing that it's there, or knowing approximately where it is. Even still, it's hard to like pick it out sometimes. Like you almost kind of need like the moonlight to be just right. And you notice that like it's acts very much like a curtain in that it seems to move somewhat, not very much, but it does seem to have like slight movements to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once my shift is ending, I'll go wake up Silas.
My turn
So- Yeah.
now. All right, watch out. Zell's humming all night tonight.
Yeah, this is how he comes up with his songs.
His street. Oh, this is new. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Silas,
Okay.
down.
Yeah. Sorry, Charlie. You're right. Lux, shh. Just like wave goodnight and head out.
Yeah, I'll take his spot pretty much and just go back to sleep.
Yeah, go for it.
Just get into my warm spot that I've left.
Yeah, exactly. It's cold out there.
Pull the cloak around as I step out.
Is there anything that
just
you
kinda-
want to do while you're up? And
No, not really. Primarily just like sort of stand at the bow, kind of watch, look around, but beyond that, I'm not particularly worried about the crew.
okay, feel free to roll a perception check if you like. Then
You know what? I would love to fail a perception check.
perfect.
Let's find out. 12.
Okay, 2 failures. Cool. Just checking. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. You do see at some point that the crew does seem to like trade places. Like Baylor does come out and somebody else comes up and just kind of takes place at the helm of the ship, just kind of looking out. That's it.
Yeah, just kind of like, nod in a friendly manner to anybody that shows up, but just kind of stare at the horizon until the sun starts to come up, I suppose.
All right, yeah. Eventually, you start to see the that black turn into to a deep purple, to a dark blue. Starts to get brighter, pinker, and you start to see the sun coming up over the horizon.
Good to know. Am I able to more see the veil now that the sun is coming up?
Make a perception check for me.
Dope, I get to make 2. All right, let's find out. 9.
9.
9.
You can't see it, bud.
It's like one of those magic eye.
Yeah, you're doing
Posters.
this.
Yeah.
Doesn't help.
What if I cross my eyes a little bit? I don't know.
You realize as you turn and look into the sun that was a bad idea.
Ah! God, brings the sun so much closer.
It's
I
a
just-
schooner.
Go into the tent and just sort of like gently nudge everybody with my boot. Like,
Well, you all do gain the benefit of a long rest. So mark that off if you haven't already.
Give me them spells.
come on, champions! It's another
Give me that
day.
one spell slot back.
So many.
I got like
A lot.
I had all but 2. I had all but 2 spell slots left, so for the most part. Couple first levels.
Well, we didn't die in our sleep, and we're still pretty dry, so that's pretty good.
Yep, I
That's a
count
good
that as a win. Put that in the win column.
Yeah, I guess these guys have used the this boat before, so that's good.
So, I guess we just wait until we cross this veil then.
Yeah. Well, I didn't find some interesting news that once we're crossing the veil, it ends up breaking things down. The boat, primarily. There's special clothing that we get to wear that protects us, but any part of our skin that's left out exposed, it's gone. Pretty much. That's what Baylor said.
Wait, what explodes?
What?
If your skin is exposed to the veil, it's
Not
Yeah.
explode, Grub.
Your skin is just, if it's out, what happens to it?
it gets melts, rips apart. I'm not quite sure. We'll figure
Okay.
out what it looks like once we cross it.
But- Well, I don't want to actually.
Well, then you have to swim back then, because we're going through the veil.
We're just our skin is going to be blown away when we go through the veil.
No, we get to wear special clothing that protects us.
Oh. Can we just be in the tent?
You know what? I wouldn't try it, but it's up to you.
I wonder if I'm in my bat skin, if that just blows away. Maybe I'll try it.
You should probably just wear the clothes, Crump.
Are they giving us clothes?
Yes.
Do they have goblin clothes?
If it looks like a blanket on you, it's better than
They might be
It's better
gnome
than-
sized.
No, it's different. Different shape.
It's pretty close.
No, it's a different build. You gotta have a. It's not compatible.
It's that or it's melty flesh.
Well, I've got a backup option. So
All right.
What?
No, I really don't.
What
think
about
it
our
would.
equipment, though?
yeah, is there anything else to explode?
I don't know. I from what he explained, it's anything that's kind of exposed to the veil. So maybe anything inside the boat is protected. I'm not quite sure. Another thing
Okay.
too is we have to have a conversation about how many days we're going to be there. We plan to be on the island.
For some
Until
reason,
the job's
assumed-
done, right?
What?
Sorry, Charlie.
Until
When-
the job's done.
Yeah, that's the thing. We have no idea, right?
I mean, assuming that I get to sleep again after we almost die, I could message them first thing in the morning. I will have spells that will let them know, like, hey, I know we said 3 days, but we're going to need another couple days, etc.
Yeah, just like our skin is still fine. We're killing monsters. See you maybe tomorrow. We'll just check in every morning.
Maybe not every morning, but like
Well,
It's actually
every other morning.
every morning's a pretty good idea.
Unless there's like a
Yeah,
reason not to.
Anyone
I don't
else
know.
can send messages here?
Oh,
Just me?
no.
No. Sorry, Zell.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
The
we do have a
message-
bird.
We do have a bird.
we'd have to get to the beach to get Lucy to fly that far.
I mean, you
And
could
back.
get Lucy to fly pretty far, and then you just can't do the eyes thing, right?
That's true.
Can Lucy talk though? That may not solve a problem.
I mean, she could probably hold a note. I know you don't like paper,
Probably just let's just. We've
Kill the
learned
bird?
we've
You
learned
want
a
to
lot
kill
of
the bird,
lessons.
Grub?
No, you know what you're setting up for. We've learned our lessons about
Classic
books,
Grub, killing birds, huh? Am I
Well,
right?
All right,
Too soon, guys. Too soon.
All right.
All right. I forgot there was that. Well, that's Grub's fault too, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was some dragon fried chicken, and it was pretty mediocre. Let me tell you.
The DFC.
Let's
I like that acronym.
Let's look for these clothes that we have to put on because I don't want my perfect complexion to melt.
Okay. Yeah.
As we're kind of like walking, I'm gonna grab his helmet. By the way, brother, we're gonna have to row, so get those
No,
get your muscles warmed up. You're rowing. I'm just,
my
like,
muscles
gonna, like,
don't get
massage it.
warm. Don't
You're
touch
gonna
me.
massage his shoulders. You're gonna
I
do the
cast
heavy lifting.
prestidigitation and make right in front of him smell like farts.
Ah, damn it, Silver, not again.
Silas will just row twice for me.
Grub's literacy is less of an enemy than manual labor to Zelma. Oh god.
The day he willingly does manual labor is character development.
True. Gotta build some character. Get some hair on that
I was
chest.
gonna
Maybe
say, I'll put some hair on your chest. you know?
Yeah,
Why
put
would
some
I
muscle in
put
that
I do
bicep.
it every day. Why would I put hair on my chest?
Yeah, it's exhausting. Can you press the digitation away, the extra hair?
He can
He
clean you.
can.
If you think of it as dirt. Hairless.
Yeah, it's filth, so I remove it.
Smooth as an egg.
From the neck down, he's smooth as a baby.
Yeah.
From the ankles
He
to the neck,
glides.
really.
Hairy toes, but other than
He has
that.
like magic nair. Is that what's happening here?
Yes. It's
just
an
sees
extra,
one hair,
it's an
he's just
extra
like-
option on prestidigitation that Zelmuth created.
All right, it's gonna take a feat for you though.
All right.
No,
worth
he
it.
doesn't do his feet.
Yeah, they're full on hobbit feet.
Also, if I'm taking a feat for it, I better be able to do it to other people.
No, that's too
Baby
much
boy's
power.
starting a business.
Too much power.
Oh my god. Just meeting with a foreign regent, you're like, no.
Yeah.
Hair. Now you're
Hairless in the
powerless in the
middle.
courts.
You're like a furry Oreo. Just hair on top and the bottom.
Gross. That's one of the special spices in KFB.
Oh no!
Oh no!
The middle hair.
Somebody help us find those acid cloaks, please. Save us from ourselves.
You find the cloaks. I gotta find a fishing rod.
Okay.
Do we know what time the captain plans to go through?
That's a Captain Patch's question.
Yeah, you find the captain. Someone find the cloaks. I gotta find the fishing rod. I'm gonna scamper
someone
around.
follow
and
Grub.
someone-
Nope, I'm gonna go for. I'm
It's
gonna
the-
find Captain.
I look
Patch's.
around for the captain, I guess.
Yeah,
I look for Grub. Do I see him still?
are you trying to hide Grub?
No, I'm just like, if I could find any crew, I would like to ask them if they have fishing rods.
Yeah, see,
DC
there's a couple
fishing
people that
rods
are
or-
like using this like crank to like bring the anchor back up. So you wanna talk to
Yeah,
them?
just start tapping at one of them.
Yeah.
Follow Grub.
Yeah, we're just looking for your fishing rods.
I think we got a couple below deck. If you want to do some fishing, it wasn't supposed to be one of the fishing trips, but you can use it if you want.
Yeah, it's real quick. Okay, just down.
Yeah, just downstairs to the left. You'll see a couple standing up. They're in a little rack. Just take them out. Go nuts.
Okay. I'm sprint away to it.
Grab me one.
Okay. We come back dual wielding fishing rods.
they like smack on like the door frame as you're like walking through because you didn't like get them down low enough.
I just imagine like they smack at the top and they bend
Bend.
back and then
Yeah, they
fling
bend back
the
and then
hooks forward.
Hooks. No safety whatsoever.
Okay, slow down, Grub. Slow down.
Yeah, those are at eye level.
What are we doing with these fishing rods?
We're gonna fish.
I
This feels
hate
like
how
manual
that was.
labor.
That came out of your mouth because I'm like, he has something planned. And it's all fishing. God damn it.
Just fishing.
I've never fished before. Can you show me how to fish?
I've never done it either. I just know they do that kind of thing on boats, so may as well do the whole
Oh.
experience.
All right.
Never with like a rod. Like there's a lot of ways you can dagger fish. I don't want to lose a dagger down there, so I'm not gonna try that here.
You need to
Sometimes
figure
you
out a
can
way-
do a belly flop style where you make a little mud circle and then you just get them once they swim into it. But again, we don't have the time for that here. So
No, of course. You throw your daggers a lot, so we should probably figure out a way that you get daggers back. That's probably a good idea.
oh, it's a
Um,
fishing line.
There it is.
I was thinking magic, but that seems way cheaper.
You think of a magic way, I'll think of tying knots.
Okay, you tie knots until I think of a magic way.
But I also do want to, while they're doing stuff, I'm gonna try and fish.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it sounds like we're getting out manual labor, so Zelmuth fishes.
But it's a leisure sport for some. So
Yeah, I find a chair and I put a hat over my face.
that's your part.
And the hook is in the water, but I'm barely holding the rope.
Yeah, Grub, 5 minutes go by and you hear like really light snoring. Selma's out.
He's having a good.
It is siesta time at 6:30 in the morning.
9:30. Yeah.
That's the best part.
At
It's
dawn.
first siesta. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. What about second siesta? Charlie, you notice that Captain Patches is up on the helm. It's kind of overseeing everything.
Hello, Captain.
Hey.
I was just.
How'd you sleep?
Fine.
Oh, that's good.
How about you?
Oh, I slept pretty good, man. Thanks.
Okay.
Did you get any breakfast?
No, not yet.
Why not?
I just wanted to know when we were gonna go to Ebonmorn today.
Yeah, we'll be leaving soon. What happened to your face?
I was in a fire.
Oh, I had something take this for me, and you see he lifts up a patch. And you see there's like this eye that's sitting in there that has like a weird blue glow to it. He reaches in with 2 fingers and his thumb, and he just pulls it out. And you hear like a little as he does, and you just see like, yeah, like a healed now stock it basically. Like, yeah, I got a hook from a sea thing right up in there.
Oh.
You had to took it out. That's fine. I got this now. This is much better. And he puts it back in. You see it like spins twice and then like aligns itself, and you see it matches like his other eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, like a wizard burned the shit out of me.
Oh.
It goes all the way down here, and I like lift up my sleeve, and you see the burns are like, all the way to the hand.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sucks. Did you kill him?
I was 12, so no.
Hey, when did you start killing people?
Recently, like intentionally killing people.
How old
Helping
were you when
people
you
pass.
accidentally killed people?
What? No. I was kind of like a doctor, so you
Oh.
help people pass.
Oh,
I
like
wasn't
just
like, oh, oops, sorry, I stabbed you in the throat. Nothing like that. It was you're sickly and dying.
Here, have this pillow.
This fantasy pillow
Yes.
will put you into a fantasy sleep.
Yeah. I was gonna say Charlie's like the angel of death, but
Phoenix Downs will not work.
yeah, that'll
don't know why.
some people need it.
Yeah, I'd rather not see someone suffer.
Ah. So there's a good chance you're
Anyway.
gonna end up killing one of your friends then.
Well, maybe.
Well, that's where you're going. It's not good. All kinds
Good
of
to
shit
know.
there.
Well, we don't know. Have you been on the island much?
No, haven't been on the island. I'm not for me. But I take people there,
Even
and
you don't know how bad it really is.
oh, I know people are dead. This old thing sees lots, and nothing it sees that way is good. So
Well, no one in the group will suffer.
you're kind of creepy, and that's fun. I like that.
We were told there's clothes that we need to wear to go through the veil.
Oh yeah. Once we're a little ways away, it'll be way too hot to wear all those layers right now. But yeah, once we get there, we'll pull them all out for you and make sure that your skin doesn't come off. Basically, yeah.
Grub was worried you wouldn't have something appropriate for his size.
Hey, he's not that much taller than me. It's not that big of a difference. But we have something that'll fit. It's fine. We have children's clothes and stuff. It's good.
Okay, just checking.
To be clear, we've never taken a child to this island, but we have him just in case. We're
Sure.
responsible.
A lot of
I'm not
toys
going
on
to
this
judge your
boat.
business, just like you weren't judging mine.
Perfect. What was your name?
Charlie.
Charlie. Nice to meet you. And actually sticks out his hand
Again.
to shake it. Yeah, he doesn't know if I remember
Shake his
you.
hand. It's nice to meet you again, Captain.
Go get some breakfast.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I head off.
It's yelling at someone else.
Yeah, I go look for everybody else just to pass on the info.
Yep. You find Grub fishing intently and Zoma fishing unconsciously.
Successfully.
Successful, yeah. I agree.
How can I catch something? What's a good fishing roll?
A good fishing roll. Let's see.
Survival?
Did you
Or nature?
put any bait on the lure?
Well, whatever is in my pouch is my go-to. I don't know if it's animal
There were
friendly,
Rotten
definitely worms in there at one point.
but there's blood in that. A lot. There's just loose blood and mulch. So.
You know what? The fact that it's wisdom, I would allow a survival check. I do need to know what you're putting on the lure, like on the hook, on the lure.
Yeah, that's the blood mulch
You're
from
putting
my
blood
pouch.
mulch on it.
from my pouch. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's just
How
so
much
I
is that
can
food?
either increase or decrease the DC, depending on how smart you're being.
Boy, Zelmuth could help you a lot here if he was awake.
Well,
Grub's fishing for some sort of water predator. Because he just
Yeah.
put blood in the water.
I,
By
I'm
the way-
sitting,
I just assumed that Grub put something on mine, so whether or not Grub put something on mine or not, the hook
Yeah.
is in the water.
I'm
Grub, you
just
could
sitting
decide
about
whether you would
6
have
feet
put something
away.
on mine.
on a barrel, like, eating an apple, just watching the whole thing happen.
Yeah, I'm sitting beside Silas with like a plate just full of food, just munching on it.
Yeah.
Just
5 gold pieces since he gets yanked into the water.
well, 5 gold pieces. Sure,
so
I'll take that
wealthy.
back.
Take that action.
You guys are so rich.
I am.
I'll bet you a nickel.
5 gold pieces? Ugh. It's really breaking the bank.
Too rich for my blood.
It's called a friendly bet here.
Yeah.
Listen,
You're-
I
you're-
gotta save
you
as
can't
many
touch me.
pennies for that dagger gun. Okay,
True.
time is gonna wash me
Besides,
out.
5 gold pieces is all the
Only
money
good
that Silas
excuse.
has of his own, right? The rest of it is Dad's money.
Yeah, I'm just packing on some kind of unidentifiable dried fruit that's been fully in the mulch, and then throw that
Dried
throw it under the
fruit,
water.
blood mulch.
Yeah. That's
Alright.
really all I have, so that's the best I got.
Okay.
I have a hook in the water, so I'm also just gonna roll one just to see what happens.
Yeah. You can both roll a survival check. Grub, I think you would have advantage.
Okay, I can very much use that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Person
I rolled a
sleeps a better
21.
fisher than Grub.
matter. Listen, the hooks do all the work, all right?
21, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a sec. Grub, would you roll?
Yeah, 13.
13. Yeah, Grub, you unfortunately nothing seems to happen on yours. With Zelmith, you're passed out. You're dreaming of field of flowers, playing your instrument, nice warm sunny day. And then you feel like this scraping across your inner thigh as something starts getting pulled
Not
away
this
from
again.
you. Yeah, it ain't what you think it is. And as you start coming to, I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity check for me, please.
Just a.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
That's a 15.
15. Yeah, so you reach out and kind of you almost go over to catch the rod in time as it had started to get out of the chair and over the side of the boat. You do reach over and grab it and start pulling back on it, and Grub, much to your, well, I don't know, you can be happy or sad about this, it's up to you. But you see that Zelmuth does seem to have something on the line.
Grub, I got something.
What now? What do you do now?
I don't know.
Just clatter mine to the ground.
Help me.
I like shove Lux, like, look.
Look, okay. I think because the water is all over there, we have to go the other side. And I'm just gonna run with you. And come on.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, here, grab a piece. If I start running in the opposite direction.
We'll go to the other side of the boat. That's right.
I'm just gonna yell out, "Spin the line back!"
What?
Perfect.
It's just a rod and a line.
Pull the line.
All right. And I run to the other side of the ship.
Yeah,
Why are you
alright, so-
helping them? This is so much better.
You guys take the rod to the other side of the ship. As you're doing so, both of you make a strength check for me. Or if one of you wants to give advantage, you can.
I wish you had said that earlier before I rolled.
Well, I had imagined if it came to a situation where I was gonna like lose it or fall over, I was gonna bat out. But,
We're not at that point. This isn't to
that'll
see.
be- I'll save that. So
Yeah.
just regular strength check. Or
Yeah,
was
regular
it
strength check.
saving?
Roll better than me.
15.
15. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Zelma's doing that thing where like he's helping by like touching, but not by applying pressure or strength.
Wait,
Right.
how do you push this couch?
Let me also roll a performance check real quick.
Yeah. Zelmith, you're so
17.
practiced at this,
It's
you don't need to
believable, but you
roll.
can tell.
We know you can fake this. You've been doing it your whole life.
Yeah.
Oh, damn life.
But Grub, yeah, you run across with the fishing rod. You get to the other side of the boat. As that's happening, you do see a crew member walk forward, like carrying like a crate, and just like bounce
no,
off
wait.
it, like like gets him in the throat, falls over.
We're
crate
fishing
falls
here.
up.
This is a don't walk area. This is a fishing zone.
You idiot.
Oh God.
Silas and Lux, you
Grump, you
hear
got
like a flopping against the side of the boat, as there seems to be a fish now pulled out of the water because of the distance that they've pulled it out. It's just hanging out somewhere down the
Grump,
side of the
stay
ship.
here. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go to the other side to where the fish is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How far down is it?
At this point, from where you are, it's probably 15 feet down.
Oof, that's far.
You want me to pull it? He said twirl the line.
Hold on. How heavy do I think this fish is?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
And it's
I
fish
can do
based in
that.
case you get advantage
You
from
know,
it.
12. It's a fish. 12.
12's not bad. You would say that it's a fairly decent sized fish.
Shit.
Luckily, Grub's really strong. You would say it's probably somewhere between like 10 to 15 pounds.
Damn, that's a big ass fish.
It's a big fish.
Not bad.
Ocean fish,
You only
baby.
hold 5 pounds with Mage Hand, huh? Silas, come hold my feet.
What the fuck?
All right. This is not better interference. I just like run over.
Hold on. Did we have rope?
The whole
No,
fish
we don't
is on
have
a
time.
rope.
I don't have time.
I'm gonna pull it in, and I raise my
Pull it
hand up
closer.
into the line and just start. You know when you
Yeah,
I know
the
exactly what
wraparound,
you're
yeah.
talking
start wrapping a
The
rope.
Arsenio Hall.
Yeah. Yeah, with the I'm not gonna have you roll another strength check or anything like that. It just takes time. And at this point, the crew members are now gathering, watching this, and you see a few people like just kind of like looking over and just being like, "Buckle." Potentially placing bets on what's about to happen here. But yeah, it digs into your skin a bit. It's not comfortable feeling. But you're able to get the fish up high enough where Zelmith, if you want to grab it, you can.
Silas, come grab the fish.
Kind of what I was waiting for.
Can you come hold the fish for me, please?
Sorry, whose rod was that, Zelmuth?
Yes.
Mine.
Yeah, you caught it. You got to pull it up, buddy. That's the way it goes.
All right, give me 1 second. Can I just roll a luck check to see if I have gloves
And
in my
I'm
bag?
looking back at Lux and I'm like
luck
smirking
check.
and smiling the whole time.
I definitely have gloves, right? Yeah. I'll put
Yeah,
on-
but they're like nice leather gloves. Yes.
I know they are.
Okay, as long as
I
you
have,
need
know.
to hurry.
I have 2 pairs of gloves. I have a nice pair of leather gloves, and then I have the gloves that I put on when I go to sleep so that my
Pick 'em.
hands look tender.
My arm is
Zelmith,
useless.
I was gonna say your arm below the fishing line is now starting to change color. Just
Okay,
the blood's not
It's really tight.
going.
I'm gonna try and grab the fish now that I'm wearing my gloves.
Yeah.
It's short.
Yeah, you reach out and you grab the fish. Once you touch it, it immediately starts violently flopping around. Can you just make a dexterity saving throw for me real fast?
23.
You hold on to it. It's a big fish, but you're able to hold on, and eventually the flopping slows and it stops flopping.
As I pull it out from underneath, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make fireworks go off behind me, and it sounds like cheering in the background. I present to you our prize.
There's an explosion!
You hear a couple people like,
Fish off the side.
Check the powder kegs. I just instantly dagger the line off from the rod, and I'm like kicking and hollering, like, "Woo! We got it! Yeah!"
I was definitely holding the fish above my head.
I'm just dancing around you.
It's just like almost fall off the edge as the tension gets released.
Walk back to Lux, shaking my head, and then just toss him the 5 GP.
Thank you. Thank
Fish.
you.
I just with grub. Fish.
It's a really dangerous game as I'm unwinding bloody arm from the twine or from the line.
Please take this from me, Grub. I don't want to touch
Yes,
it
yes,
anymore.
yes. Okay. I'm gonna freeze up the dagger and clack it across the head. I take 5 damage.
Oh my god.
Damn it, Grub. I'm not going to heal you because we're going to need it for later.
Oh yeah, that's fine. This'll be better in a moment. It's just a little cold. Right, I'm just gonna hold on to the fish.
Yeah.
It's a big fish. It's a bit of a prize, and
Hey, you guys
yeah,
now.
this one's mine.
You guys now have a fish. You do notice that at some point as you're celebrating the fish and everything, the fishing rods are no longer where you had left them. Seems like somebody's taking those away.
We already fished, so it's fine.
Yeah.
We finished.
Yeah.
That's great. Let's work. Didn't have to do the cleanup. Okay. We got the fish, so we can do the clothes part now.
We're gonna put clothes on a fish.
Oh,
No, that would completely defeat the purpose.
We should probably eat this fish before it gets melted.
Oh, no, this is for science.
Alright, well, I can put it in the bag of holding and probably won't melt when we do that.
Can we get it in like a few minutes or hours or whatever?
I mean, it's dead, so it'll just...
It'll just be in there?
Yeah, it'll just be in there.
Okay. But just you have to give it to me. Okay.
All right. Yeah. You put the fish in the bag of holding, and
Add that to the list.
that's
just
its
in case you forget
that's
later.
its new home
very
now.
important. That's very important. Yeah.
one headless fish.
Well, the head's on. It was just a
Yeah.
quick bludgeoning with the ice of the dagger, you know.
To
Shock
keep
and
it
awe.
cold. You know when you put the fish like below deck in like the little ice buckets and stuff? Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe a little mangled, but most of it's still there.
One of those
So
eyes
the,
definitely got knocked out, but it's okay.
Oh, on the deck somewhere.
The captain said they have clothes for you, Grub.
Yeah, where are they?
We don't need to wear them yet. We're not close enough.
Oh, okay. It just seems like there couldn't be a time when it's too early to not have your skin blown off.
Apparently it's a lot of layers. You might kind
Oh.
of get overheated.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I've got ice for that, so. But yeah, anytime, anytime.
Did you hurt yourself again?
Yeah, I have ice burn up my arm.
I flick him in the forehead. Stop doing that.
No, I have
Stop
to.
it.
No, I have to. It's just I can't. That's how I fight. It's part of it. You know how Zelmuth like
you were
does like.
fighting the fish?
Well, it didn't fight back, but yeah.
I grab him by the ear.
Just waiting, like
Grab
a
it,
dog
slap.
or like grabbing a cat at the back of
Yes.
the neck, just waiting to see what happens.
Don't do that.
No, I have to.
Nobody wants to see you constantly burning yourself.
It's how I kill stuff. I don't know what you want. It's like you try not to punch stuff.
Okay.
Well, don't because you'll die. You have to punch really hard when we're at the island. Punch everything.
You don't need to use your magic to kill a fish. Unless it's fucking huge.
Okay, that's fair. It's a go-to. I didn't even really think about when. It's just like, just do it.
I let go of
Okay.
his ear.
So I guess we're just waiting for a veil.
Yeah, it's a couple hours and we'll be there.
Can we see it? Is it a
It's
thing?
right there. And I point to the horizon.
Right.
Can I see the veil during the day at all or no?
Make a perception check. Not an easy thing to spot.
Natural 20?
You absolutely see it.
Mine can't roll.
Oh, then you can't see it. That's how it
Between
goes.
this and the silent zone? Like, wall?
Yeah.
Like, is it like a?
You remember the silent circle that we walked into,
Yeah,
that kind
this
of
is more fluid. Like it acts like a curtain in some ways, except like there's a. I mean, with what you rolled, especially as you're starting to get closer, yeah, you notice that it seems to stay within a certain boundary. Like you see it move, like when you're kind of looking more towards the sides of it, you can see it like kind of flex outwards and flex in a little bit, but it doesn't seem to stray. Like it doesn't grow by like any fair bit or shrink. It's almost like if you had a curtain that is attached at the top and the bottom, right? You can have a flex in the middle, but it doesn't seem to change where the structure is on either side.
And it doesn't give off kind of like a godly vibe to it.
Do you even know what that means? What do you mean it gives
No.
off a godly vibe? You know, it
Well,
gives
like-
off a magic vibe.
When we went into like the silent area, it was like, oh, gods.
Yeah, because they talked. The
Yeah.
curtain's not talking to you, if that's what you're
That
asking.
was just one clue that they talked.
The one and only. It definitely, you know, you've seen magic, especially like traveling with these.
Seems supernatural.
It seems supernatural, yeah. Doesn't seem naturally occurring necessarily.
No.
Does anybody else have a weird feeling coming from that fucking island?
You can just stick your butt over the edge.
No, don't do that. That is
So,
Charlie. I know you're from like the rough part of town, but you can't just do that.
We're on
It-
a boat. Why not?
It does seem like the
No,
best
there's-
place. You wouldn't do it on the boat. You haven't been doing it on the boat, have you?
No, you do
Silas?
it. You do it in the boat.
of course, you do it on the boat. They have a poop deck.
No. Is that what it's actually called? I didn't
Called
know
a
that.
poop deck.
I've been wasting
No,
mine.
no. Someone. We're on the poop deck. Am I the only one that's been around shipping lines?
I've
I
read
mean,
about them.
Yeah, I've
That's why I
seen
know
them
poop
from
deck.
land a
All
lot.
right. Try not to get angry anymore.
I just like look at Lucy like that's not what I meant.
Yes, Lux. The weird feeling is there are lots of monsters on the island that are probably going to kill us.
Yeah,
we're going
and a
through,
magical
like, a
wall
death
that'll
veil.
blow off our skin.
Yes,
Ah,
eat our
yeah.
flesh.
No, not worried about. I mean, I am worried about the monsters, but it's just something more. Like-
Yeah.
Something has to be generating this veil across this island. And we've never seen something like that before. And yet here it is in just the middle of nowhere. What can generate that much power to keep a veil on for decades, centuries?
ma-
We don't even know how long this island.
More importantly, why?
I mean,
I can't
magic
wait to
before
find
the
that
big switch. It's pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe the veil didn't change the rest of the... Because of the veil of this island didn't change like the rest of the world.
Perhaps.
Maybe that's why the monsters are drawn to it. Because it's a piece of old shit.
What if this is just like a gate keeping us out, and the monster's just, you know, another layer of something keeping us out?
The obstacle
Or it's just
is the
keeping
way,
things
Mark.
in.
That's true. It could be either way. Because if it's a gate keeping people out and all you have to do is wear clothes, bad gate.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Joe.
but it took many people to figure out how to get the clothes or how to build something to keep us safe. Just imagine the amount
those
of
like
people
first
that
two
went
or
to the
three.
island.
Oh, bad time.
Do we know if it affects us when we leave as well? Or is it only when we enter? DM.
I guess
It's yeah, you'd have to ask somebody.
Patches?
Yeah.
Yes!
The veil, do we need the special clothes when we leave?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll fuck you up
Is it-
on the way out.
Is it worse or the same?
Same.
Alright, so it's just to keep both. It's both. To keep
Okay.
things out and to keep things in.
Well, if it can die, whatever's doing this, we'll do that, and then we'll see if we can just solve that problem. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just normal. There's a lot of weird stuff in the world, so
It's not usually a magic, acid melting fence just lying about covering an
What's eating
entire
you all?
island.
it's just first constantly. We saw
Yeah.
giant metal men like get absorbed into the ground.
Yeah, I've never seen that before, but normal now.
I mean, when you put the scope of what the last month has been like, yes, it's been pretty fucking weird.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. Let's just stare at this thing until the veil comes, because I just want to do this.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go at the end of our line watching the fail so I don't get blasted first.
No worries. So yeah, the next couple hours go by, and once about the 2-hour mark hits, you see Patches calls for everybody to start taking down and all of the sails. And he kind of calls out. He says, "Okay, all hands below deck. We're gonna be passing the veil shortly. It looks like, yeah, it's there. Fuck, that's creepy. Okay, everybody get ready. Everybody get on the oars. We gotta row through this thing quick as possible. Make sure that
What?
these fine people here get their suits on. I'll be up here as usual. I'll be steering it.
You're gonna be in the air?
Huh?
Your skin.
I wear a thing too. Don't worry, I've done this like tons of times.
Okay.
Yeah. Appreciate you though.
Yeah, I thought for some reason we had to be underneath or something. I don't know. I thought he was sacrificing himself.
I mean, he'd be a pack captain if he was only doing this once.
Well, they're supposed to go down with the ship. I just figured maybe it's more than a first time, but okay. Close?
Yeah, so as you guys go down, you're led to well, there's only 2 decks on the ship. So you're led to the lower deck, where you see that there's several seats and these big long oars that kind of come in. They do hand each one of you a suit that is almost like an old-timey scuba gear type situation. Covers every inch of your skin. There's like a helmet that gets like, that just, instead of it being locked into place, it does just go over top and it drapes over. But it's basically just multiple layers of leather, sorry, that cover all parts of you. To the point, however, and this is the first time you've noticed this, that you don't have any way of seeing. There's no window into this. There's no plastic. You are effectively blindfolded.
Oh, this
and-
isn't gonna work.
Baylor says, "Okay, so just listen to the drum beats. Stroke every 2 beats. It'll be fine. Again, there's more of us than there are of you. You're not going to really mess this up. We're just hoping you can help us do it faster. You won't be able to see anything because if you could see something, then your eyes are going to get ripped out of your head. So this is the better alternative, trust me."
How
Too
fast
late for
is it?
second thoughts.
It's going to take us a few minutes to cross through.
Few minutes. Okay, but how fast is it? Like, okay, could someone say someone's on one side of the boat, not wearing a suit, and someone's at the back? Would I be able to see the person on the front explode before we could have a warning, is what I'm saying. We could see it passing, or is it so fast that
It's not that fast.
both
No.
sides of the boat? Okay.
We move at a pretty steady pace. We'll usually have some people up at the front ready to start repairing the front of the ship as soon as we pass that portion through the veil, and repair it as we're moving through. So it's kind of
how bad is the ship gonna get?
well, you've seen the outside, right?
Oh,
You-
that's not just from time. That's like, okay.
No, yeah, this ship used to be a color. Like the whole outer hull was
Oh.
like green. Now it's just
Okay.
wood. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we stopped painting it after a while. It was just not a good use of money, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Before I put my helmet on, I'm just gonna glance over at everybody, just make sure there's no rips or anything in their suits.
Yeah, if you want, you
so
can
it's-
make an investigation check for me.
Great. You just gave me a brand new fear, Lux. Thank you.
Lux, what are you gonna
That's an
do
18.
about Lucy?
Oh, true. Will Lucy?
I'm just gonna open and stuff her in there, like get in there. She like scratched me. Ah, stop it! I'm protecting you.
Help
Stupid
me, help me.
pet.
Yeah, so you guys all get ready. One thing I will say too, Lux, for you specifically, there's a worry that crosses your mind that you can't explain where it's coming from necessarily, but you're overly concerned about that coin in your pocket. Like, you just got a feeling that, like, here's where something's going to happen to that coin in your pocket.
Okay, I know I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna take out the coin. I'm gonna like give it to Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just hold on to this. Just hold on to this. Just keep
Okay.
it in there. Put it on so that it's in my suit.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Perfect.
We also protect all of our stuff. I hope that was clear.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as they're leading you down, you're getting changed and everything. They do have what are sort of like nesting dolls of chests, where there's multiple layer of chest, and your stuff goes in the inner layer. Then they close a few different latches, and there's you're getting the feeling now that the more layers the better, because it has to get through each thing to get to the stuff you obviously don't want to have destroyed. But you can tell, like, you know, the crew's almost lackadaisical, sorry, about getting their stuff into some of these chests, like for their own things. Like, you see, like, people put like gold in their own. You're all given a key as well for each one of you. You all get individual chests if you want them, because everyone's blindfolded, and you know, they tell you a story about, like, one guy thought he put something in a chest and it went missing, and the fight broke out, and it was a whole thing. Now they all just get their own. They have tons of chests. And you get your own key for your own chest so that no one else can steal your stuff while it's in there.
It's a good trick, but the dagger stays with me. You try to take it, I'll gut you.
Oh, you can keep that. It's I didn't even ask for it, actually.
Yeah, I just knew you were implying with the whole story. That's all.
No, it's
We're
just
good. It's all good.
glad to hear it.
Two things, Fitz.
Yes.
Did I notice any rips or anything?
No
on the
rips or
suits?
anything like
No?
that in the suits.
Okay.
No.
And secondly, before I forget, with the coin, did it feel different in my hand before I gave it to Lucy?
No.
No.
No. It's just like a worry that, like, something's going to happen to that coin. Like, not that, like, you know for sure something's going to happen. You're just nervous about, like, losing your coin.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick lap. I'm just gonna flip back the blindfold and just quickly do a quick run lap of the ship. Get one last lay of the land, figure everything out.
Okay. All right, yeah, you go and you make your lap, and you can see Patches is getting his stuff on, and you see that he already has, like, his top layer on, but you swear as you're, like, running around a little bit, his head's tracking you, even though he's, like, his whole everything is on. It's like he knows which way you're going before you, like, run back below.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. As I get back, Captain's weird.
Yeah, that's not news, Grub.
Okay, yeah, you saw it too. Yeah, he's kind of a weird guy.
Yep.
Okay. Well, hopefully he survives all this, so we can maybe we'll solve that one. Solve what's going on with him.
Maybe. All right, everyone, let's get rowing.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I can't see his helmet, but I just know that's where.
Yeah.
He's like, no one's gonna see me, so nobody's gonna know.
Yeah.
As long as he just moves back and forth, right?
Yeah. And he'll even do that stupid thing like row.
All right. Okay, so this is going to be done
Circles.
in 3 different steps. So this is going to be a group check. So I need, we'll start off with the first check. I need you to all go ahead and make a strength check for me, please. As you hear the drum
Strength.
beats start.
Just want to make sure, check and not saving throw, yeah?
Check and not saving throw, correct.
Zelmuth is actually going to do this because no one will know that he did it.
Yeah.
Everyone will just think
Doing
he
it
did
for
it.
him.
Yeah.
I can't make rolls. It's not working. But also, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I run to Zelmith instead.
You okay? So I need to remind you, if you have all your stuff on, you're blindfolded. You're blind.
Yeah. That's why I lifted it, took a quick lap while everyone was setting
Oh,
up, so
okay.
I know the lay of the land a little bit. But even now, we haven't passed through, so I'll lift it up just to make sure, and I just run over to Zelmith when we're doing this.
Okay. Yeah, you can be beside Zelmith if you like.
Do you make yourself known?
I just start whispering. All right, it's time. Fish me.
Hold on.
I do
Hurry,
need to know
hurry,
you have your
hurry.
bag
The
of
bag
holding.
is in the thing.
I was gonna say I didn't know if your bag
Zelmith,
of-
you said no matter what, you were gonna give me the fish.
Hold on. I run over to the chest.
Okay. As this
God,
is
you children.
happening, the rowing is starting. So
Jesus
everybody's
Ignore my roll. Ignore my first
said-
roll. That never happened.
Ignore. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I need Silas, Charlie, and Lux to
God
give me your
damn it,
strength
Lux.
checks, please. I'll start with
Yeah.
Silas.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so that's you guys currently have 1 success and 2 failures, surprisingly.
That's why he's the champ.
Charlie,
Third failure. 7.
7. Okay, and Lux.
That's good. That means it's slower.
14. Okay. Yeah. So the rowing starts. Silas, you get right into the rhythm right away. This is weirdly a lot like some of the like martial practice that you've had. You know what I mean? Like especially to a certain beat, marching and stuff like that. Like you're used to this. So you go ahead and you start rowing, and yeah, you do that with no issue. For Charlie and Lux, there's a couple times where you go to lean forward and you get hit with the oar in the chest and kind of uncomfortable. You hear Lux from inside. You hear like a as the oar just collides with Lucy, which and like pins her to you for a second, and yeah.
Magical plume of smoke.
Next time.
Grub and Zelmith, you guys are wacky and crazy.
Zelmith! Fish! Fish!
Hold on.
I can't get the key in there.
I have to open 3 chests to get it.
Oh my god, dude. I told you. I told you to have it ready.
Hopefully the other 2 aren't locked. Please tell me just 1 chest is locked, because that
One
would be
chest is-
insane.
One chest is locked, but you still have to get through all of them, then get the bag, then get the thing out of the bag, then go back. So what I need from you here...
No, I'm just going to reach into the bag, and then close everything, and then go back.
That's
Well, just give
fine.
me the
You still
fish,
have to
I'm
get
coming with
into
you.
everything. I need a dexterity check from you to see how quickly you can do this while under pressure, because as things start rowing, what you start to hear is like the grinding of and like splintering and cracking of wood as the ship enters into this field or whatever it
Okay, tell
is.
me.
It's
So
your like
obviously that would give me advantage because of fear.
Well, I'm gonna help him. I'll help with the other chests and stuff. Once he's got the key one open.
Okay.
I'll,
yeah, you can give him the help action.
Oh God, please be good. My face.
While they're doing this, does anybody else see this? Like even Valor?
No one sees anything. You're all blind.
everyone's blind.
You're all blind. Do
Just
people
wanted to be
hear
clear.
it? You hear something, but like over the sound
people are
of
screaming, "Row!"
True. There's the drums.
the loudest thing is the disintegration of like the outside of this ship.
Bad day, bad day, bad
Yeah,
day.
you just hear like as if like
22 is
something's
what I
just
rolled.
like being torn across the ship. Wood is splintering, cracking.
Someone just Velcro, or was that in the background music?
Oh, sorry, I thought I muted that.
No,
my
that's good. It was
That's
perfect.
perfect.
It was
Yeah.
perfect timing. I love it.
The
It's
sound
great.
of the ship exploding.
Yeah.
Sound like Velcro.
And then you start to hear the sound of like moving water, and immediately like followed by the sound of hammer and nails and wood. As people are starting to repair the front of the ship that is being broken in places that need the reinforcement, basically.
Shut up, Grub. I'm going.
What did you get on your dexterity check, Zelda?
22.
22.
I rolled a 19. Thank God.
No problem. Yeah, so for this first leg, you are able to go in, get the fish out, and give it to Grub. At this point, well, because of the 22 that you rolled, and Grub, you were right there as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Helping,
well,
I'm literally helping with all
Because
this.
you were helping him stuff, yeah. I'll say that you're both able to get back to the bench before the veil hits the bench that you would be at.
Oh, I'm running the other way. I'm going to the back of the ship.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, then
Yeah.
you fucking take off.
I'm trying to outrun the wall. Well,
For now, I know what you're doing. All right. Zelmith, where are you going? You're going back to where you should be?
Well, I would have put the thing down and then handed the fish to Grub.
Okay.
So now I'm just standing, trying to figure out my way back. Blindfolded, because I'm afraid that I'm going to get hurt. I can't ruin my face.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't lose your skin.
I would say,
Would
like,
I have had enough time to get back before?
I would say
closing
yes,
it?
because of the dexterity check that you rolled and how fast you're able to get through, like the layers of
Then
chest
yes,
and
I
get
would
it
have
out.
run back.
We
I
passed
would
the
have run back.
baton.
Yeah, exactly. And then you run back and then put the thing down, because unless you want
I
to
thought
try
you said
doing
the
it blind.
benches were starting to rip. That's why I thought I.
It's
like,
at the
pulled
front, but
thing
you
down.
guys, the benches you guys are at are more closer to the back. So you guys had more time.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So you're fine. Yeah. Okay. So you sit back down. Grub runs to the back. Perfect.
Never saw Grub again.
Yeah.
Just him and a fish.
I'm gonna go ahead and get everybody to do another strength check for me, please, for the people that are rowing. With one automatic
Same thing I rolled last
failure for the
time.
group check, but that's okay.
I rolled a 12.
12, Silas.
It's quite bad to see.
Not bad.
8.
Okay. Charlie.
I canceled out Lux's one, or whoever rolled the nat one with a 20.
Okay.
Yeah, Lux.
So that's about. So, okay. This is gonna be a group failure
Yeah.
again. So unfortunately, that 20 would have been great if there wasn't the one. All right. So at this point, the veil starts to pass over top of everybody that's sitting down rowing. So for Silas, Charlie, Zelmith, and Lux, you feel this odd like pressure almost, and being inside of this like helmet that has like multiple layers of like leather and stuff over top, you can hear it like coming apart and tearing within this like own echo chamber of like what you're wearing. The really weird sensation. The oar that you're using to row, you can feel parts of it like getting on either side of your hand, kind of starting to get like stripped away. Like you can tell that there's an absence of material. Not much, it seems like, but on like the left and the right of you, and still that like grinding, tearing, the sound of water, the sound of hammer and nails. Everybody seems to be moving at full force right now. Lux, as it's passing over you, Lucy has the coin, right? You feel Lucy getting pushed up, like compressing against your chest, and then you feel a weight on your chest as well, as if like moving through the veil, specifically from that point, is tough. It doesn't stop you entirely or anything like that, but it's tough to move through until eventually it's like pushing through molasses, and eventually you come out on the other side and you feel Lucy kind of like shake it off, and she still seems to have the coin, but there's just like a really odd sensation as you were moving through it.
Okay. I honestly thought it was going to pierce through me. That's how I envisioned this. When you
No,
first
no,
started
no.
talking, I'm like, this is terrible.
This is how
It's a
Lux
bad idea.
dies.
No.
Just like this giant hole.
And then for the four of you, I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. Silas, Charlie, Zelmith, and Lux.
Sorry, a wisdom save? is
Yes,
it?
please. Starting with Silas, once the roll goes through.
7.
Okay, Charlie.
The high roll of 11.
Okay, Zelmith.
9.
Lux.
Oh my god, guys.
That's a 4.
Oh my god.
High roll of 11.
Okay. All right. You all start as this veil passes over you. You feel yourself almost slip into unconsciousness. Silas, you immediately find yourself back at home. You see your mother and father are sort of standing near the front of your house, just talking. You see your house fully restored, which hadn't been done when you had left, but it stands there now. The Summer Ward estate looking grand, and then you see the skin on the one side that you can see of your mother. You can see it start to twist and rip and tear and pull as she starts to dismantle, come apart. And then you see the same for your father. He reaches a hand up, trying to stop this invisible force. You see, that was the arm that was gone. It's here now. But then you see the same thing. His fingers all twist into each other and start to break and snap before being ripped off. The wrist starts to snap in two and peel away. The house itself, all the stones start to come apart and crumble into this dust as your parents seem to be vaporized in front of you. Charlie, you see yourself standing at the monastery, but whole and complete and beautiful like you remember it, before you see a flash and the roof comes apart. You see the walls start to come down around the main house. You see all of the people that you trained with, that you grew up with. You see the flesh peel away from their bodies. You see their muscles and their bones start to break and twist and snap, and they scream, but only for a split second, as all the screams are silenced at once. Zelmeth, you're sitting in a meadow with your mother, playing music. You're playing back and forth. You're practicing together. And then you see a wall that looks very much like the veil, start to rip and tear up the ground. The flowers that you're laying in start to all come apart, turn to dust and ash. Your mother reaches out for you, only to see her arm break, her ribs crack, splay open. You can see the inside of her. You can see her beating heart before the blood just strewn across the side, and she just becomes nothing. Lux, you see Zelmeth. You see Grub and Silas and Charlie, this weird group of friends that you've fallen in with recently, all sort of reaching out towards you as their clothes are torn apart and their necks twist at odd angles as they snap, blood spilling from their eyes, their bones breaking, and Zelmeth looking helpless, needing the person that's always been there to help him, to protect him, as he becomes nothing. You see, assuming you still have your helmet up.
Yeah, I ran to the back and I'm trying to look at what's happening.
Yeah, you see your four friends, because you know where they are, because you did your lap to make sure. You see them all fall to the ground, just laying there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The wall's coming at me, and the boat.
The wall's coming at you.
What does it look like with the wood and everything?
Like what you end up seeing is like anything that you can see it now because of where it is, and you can see like the wood, the wooden roof, the wooden floor. You can see a line of the before wood and the after wood. The afterwood, which is being like broken, splintered, torn. You can see everybody still rowing. You see a couple other people have also fallen over, but the rest remain rowing and moving you through this veil. And yeah, you just see this line, of the veil coming towards you.
Okay, I instantly bat out.
Yep.
Running forward towards the four people that fell.
Yep.
I'm going to whip the fish in front of me.
Okay.
And as last moment, put the mask back on, but
yeah,
I gotta see what
you
happens.
gotta see what happens to the fish, right? 100%. You
secondary now to the running.
You throw the fish at the veil, and it kind of does like one full rotation. So it's like mouth first at the veil, and you see as it hits, it's almost, for a second, it looks like the skin stays while the rest goes. And then you see like scales just like flutter into the distance. Blood just shoots forward, but instead of being in the same trajectory, some of it's going up, some of it's going down, like it's being shot in all directions. As it almost in some ways seems to implode after the skin's gone from the inside in a weird way. Yeah, there's like guts, bones, meat all over the place.
Just like, holy shit! Just slap the mask down in front of me. I want a baseball slide to the closest one. And just see how everyone's doing.
Yeah.
Easy way to make a fillet.
The sliding was probably easier now that there's guts on the ground.
Someone's gonna have to clean that up. Yeah, so as you arrive on the other side of the veil, and you can hear the sounds of continued repair happening to the ship itself. In like there's sort of like a half deck below you that would be like closest to the water. You see Baylor walks up. He's taken his headpiece off at this point and looks and says, don't worry, they'll be fine. This happens sometimes. I don't know, you pass through the veil, you see some shit that's like awful, and they're gonna basically be sleeping for probably the next hour or so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can I take off the things?
Yeah, if you want, you can take them off, that's fine.
I'm just gonna try, and whoever's closest, just like see if they're breathing or if there's blood pumping through their bodies at all.
I would say from where you were sitting, probably Lux was the closest.
Okay.
So as you take the helmet itself off, you see Lux laying there. You can see that he's been like sweating, like almost like night sweats sort of sweating. His face shows one of like profound unhappiness, but he's breathing.
I
And
just
then
start clapping over him just real quick.
nothing happens.
Okay.
And then you see like a little feathered head like pop its head out, looking also none too happy, as Lucy shows up and kind of turns towards Lux and pecks him in the forehead a couple times, and then just kind of
you watch him. I'm checking the others just
Yeah.
one by one, lifting their masks, making sure they're all okay.
Yeah, you lift all their masks one by one, check on them. They're all breathing. They all seem okay, but they're out. And then well, you're good. Yep. They're fine.
I eventually drag them close to each other so that I can watch them all at the same time. That's
Yeah.
what I'll do until they're awake.
Yeah, you spend the next hour just hanging out with them, being near them, making sure they're okay. The whole crew lets you. They're totally fine with this. They continue going through and making the necessary repairs to the ship itself, to make sure it'll continue to be seaworthy for you. About an hour passes before everybody wakes up. I do need Silas, Charlie, and Zelmuth and Lux to mark 1 point of exhaustion, please.
No.
And
Nene.
I don't like it.
I don't like. Yeah,
Are
as
we
you
awake now?
you're all awake.
What the hell?
Ouch.
As they're kind of waking up, I'm gonna hug them all, and just like really tight, and then be like, "Okay, that's enough," and just kind of get up and be like,
What the
That
hell was
sucked.
that?
Yeah, I
have to-
Zelmuth I get, but you guys should have been able to do some rowing.
First of all, ouch, and second of all, yeah.
It wasn't that I wasn't physically capable. It was like, Lux, I saw everything, or Grub, I saw everything I care about just explode.
Get destroyed,
Oh,
You
all-
too?
crushed
You
by
also-
the veil, it seemed.
and that's just normal apparently. They said you would see weird stuff. I don't know.
Feels like something you should mention before you go through the veil.
That's what
It
I
really
was thinking.
does.
Yeah,
I
just
guess
felt like
in
I
their
was-
mind, weird shit covers that.
Hmm.
You see, like one of the
Yeah.
workers turn over is like, "That's our bad. We should have mentioned it." Sorry.
Cool.
Thought someone would have
Yep,
said something. I would have said it if I knew you didn't know. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Anyways,
you all didn't relive?
Put that on the pamphlet,
Stuff?
maybe.
What was that,
Yeah,
Trey?
so you all get nightmares and stuff?
You all
Yes.
didn't relive horrors? Yeah, like
No.
fresh bullshit?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've never seen someone I care about get crushed and ripped to shreds
Hmm.
Well,
personally.
I did see my dad lose his arm once before.
Oh, it happened again?
This time was almost worse.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot slower. Ugh, okay. Ugh.
Okay.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Summer word, come on.
What did you relive?
I saw everybody from when I was a child die again. So that was horrible.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Charlie.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I did. I exploded the fish.
Yeah, I slipped it.
Oh,
a
that's
second
what
ago.
that is.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's kind of everywhere. The scales, like Zelma's fireworks, everywhere, just everywhere.
I look down and there's just like flecks of fish scale in my scale armor.
Embedded in the wood.
Like shrapnel.
Just shake that off.
So they may have lied by omission about the brain thing, but they did not lie about the skin exploding. So
Thank you for testing the science of that, Grub.
yeah,
You
it
had a
was-
hypothesis and you saw it through.
I would maybe on the way back we'll do it without you guys passing out because that kind of soured it a lot. I couldn't really take in the details. I was seeing you guys hit the deck pretty quick there, but
We know it's coming this time. The next time we didn't know
yeah,
it was coming.
you could
last
prepare.
time.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe the tent would be safer, huh? I don't know.
We can try.
That's
Maybe.
a very valid point.
I don't know.
Oh, but we're through, right?
I guess so. Should we look?
Let's
Maybe
go
we
up
can
top.
see the island. Yeah, rush out. See what we
I
can
need
see.
some air.
So you guys all go above deck, and you take a look at Evanmorn. You can see it in the distance. Large black rock spires reaching up into the sky, and from this distance now, like you're fairly close at this point. You can see some of the ruins at the shore in the direction that you're heading. You can see this odd-looking forest of some kind out towards the east side of it. It's ominous. There seems to be less light on this side. You can see that there seems to be a lot of cloud coverage in the sky that doesn't seem to move or shift at all. It just exists.
Well, that's foreboding.
Certainly not good, but we knew this place was horrible and dangerous, right? We knew that.
Is the atmosphere any different here? Like, is it markedly different than what we experienced on the other side of the veil?
No, not the atmosphere itself. No.
Okay.
Yep.
It was something odd before, falling unconscious. The coin. How do I explain this? It felt like the wall was trying to prevent it from coming through. Can't really explain it any more than that. It was like a pressure being added to my chest more than what felt normal going through the veil.
Like the gods aren't welcome here.
That's what it kind of felt like. Yeah.
But that's kind of weird. Aren't they friends and stuff? Remember we were in that circle and they were just like talking to each other.
That's not
I
what
don't
he
think they
said.
all get along, Grub. I think some of them don't get along.
Can you imagine being a all-powerful thing and still having like, I don't know, bullshit to deal with, making enemies or whatever? That's weird.
Well, remember he
They
made the
stand for
mistake.
ideals, and if they are opposing, they are likely working against each other.
He did say there was 2 groups, one on each side of whatever they're feuding about, and then there's the ones that haven't chosen a side yet.
Hmm.
So,
So your
whatever they're
side's
feuding
not
with-
welcome here, huh?
Well, he told me he didn't choose a side, so
Maybe he did.
Or
Maybe he has
uh,
since then.
maybe that neutrality was the reason why you don't have a hole in you.
that could be possible as well. There's nothing weird to the coin now that I have it back.
No, you pull it out and kind of inspect it, take a look at it. Seems to be the same.
It's not bleeding or anything weird.
No.
You know? Okay,
No
cool.
blood.
That's screaming. You don't like put it close to your ear and it says, "Help me!"
Yeah. I think I can hear the ocean.
Yeah, I don't. It was just something odd that I think everyone should know.
Yeah. A lot of weird stuff here, I guess.
Yes, seems like it. All right.
Perhaps we
Yeah.
go search out these ruins when we arrive on the island and try to establish that as a base of operations.
Is
Yeah.
anyone else feeling like shit though? Man, I feel like
Absolute garbage. So
I feel okay. A little bit like grossed out for some reason, but I don't know. I'm okay.
I've had better days.
Yeah.
All right. And as you're all standing there looking out towards Ebonmorn, figuring out what your next step is going to be, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end it for tonight.
Yeah.
See this face?
Get our
That's
murder
the face
on.
that's excited about
we
adventure.
are about to land on the island, but I'm exhausted.
Yeah. So much
I
for a
just
Jimmy
need
Buffett
that.
adventure, huh?
This is the
Sorry.
opposite of Jimmy.
All right. Just want to say thanks everybody for coming out. We're the Casual Ones. We stream on currently Tuesdays and Wednesdays, for sure always Wednesdays, sometimes on the Tuesdays. But make sure you tune in next Tuesday for the finale of Barf, which is our reptilian fighting, trying to not say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle-esque type thing, but we'll
Big Al's radical reptile friends.
Yeah.
Or farm, depending on your,
Friends. Thanks, freaks. They're nasty freaks.
so make sure you tune in for that.
Those F's can be intertwined.
Yeah.
Freaks and friends.
Those Fs? Joking. Otherwise, we'll be back on Wednesday, same time, 7:30 Eastern, for our next episode and see what's going to happen to our friends on the island. So thanks everybody for coming out.
The island.
Woo!
Exciting.
Have yourselves a
gonna do it.
fantastic day, and we will talk to you again soon.
Kill everything.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Take care of your
We love
fish.
you. We love you so much.
Yeah, feed your fish.